Every time you send me those photos, it stirs a whirlwind inside me. It's not just the pictures, it's the memories, the emotions that flood back, and the way my heart beats faster. I can't help but feel overwhelmed. You know the effect those images have on me, yet you still send them. Do you realize that with every photo, you pull me into a world of longing, desire, and temptation that I'm not ready to navigate again? Those photos are a double-edged sword, capturing moments of beauty and intimacy, but also a reminder of what we once shared. I want to move forward, but you keep dragging me back with every new message. It's not just the images, it's what they make me feel, both the intensity and the confusion. I don't want to feel this way anymore. Yet somehow, you keep evoking these emotions that make it hard to let go. You know what those photos do to me? They make my heart race, my mind spiral, and my emotions take control. But each time, it feels like I'm losing a piece of myself, and I can't keep giving that up. The photos you send awaken something deep inside me, something that I've tried so hard to suppress. It's not just about the pictures, it's about the feelings that come rushing back every time I see them. Stop sending me those photos. Each one feels like a silent message, pulling me closer to a past I've tried to leave behind. I need space to heal, but you're keeping the door wide open with every new picture. You know exactly how your pictures make me feel, torn between desire and pain. I can't ignore what stirs inside me, but at the same time, I need to protect my heart from being pulled back into a place I've outgrown. Each photo you send is like a temptation, calling me to remember the connection we once had. But it's no longer just about the photos. It's about the emotional battle they ignite within me. Those photos send a shockwave through me, and though I want to look away, it feels impossible. You know the effect you have, but it's getting harder to resist each time you send them. When you send me those photos, you don't just send an image, you send a flood of emotions I can't control. It's like you're pulling at the very strings of my heart, reminding me of what we were. It's strange how a simple photo can evoke so much. It makes me question everything, every feeling I thought I had moved past. Please understand, it's not just a picture. It's an emotional journey every time. You know the impact those images have on me. They make me feel alive, yet they also remind me of the pain I've worked so hard to heal from. Stop sending them, not because I don't care, but because it hurts more than you realize. I know the game you're playing with those photos, but it's a game I can't win. Every time you send one, it feels like I'm taking a step backward, and I can't keep living in the past. Each photo you send unlocks a door to memories I've tried to lock away. It's like you're testing my strength, but every time I look at one, I wonder how long I can keep pretending it doesn't affect me. Stop sending me those photos. It's not about the images. It's about the way they make me feel, caught between wanting to remember and needing to move on. With every picture you send, I feel the weight of what we once had, but I also feel the burden of what I've lost, and it's not something I want to carry anymore. You know what those photos do to me? They make me question everything. What was real, what was fleeting, and what we could have been. But it's too much to handle right now. When you send me those photos, it's like you're sending me a memory I'm not ready to relive. I want to let go, but you keep pulling me back in with every new picture. It's not just the images themselves, it's the rush of emotions that comes with them, the longing, the confusion, and the fleeting hope that maybe we could go back to how we were. You send me those photos, and I'm left grappling with a mix of desire and regret. I can't ignore how they make me feel, but I also know that continuing down this path isn't good for either of us. Each photo you send takes me on an emotional roller coaster. I don't want to feel this way anymore, yet every picture makes it harder to move on from the past. You know exactly how those photos affect me, yet you keep sending them. It's as if you want to test my resolve, to see how long I can resist the pull of emotions that these images stir inside me. Stop sending me those photos. It's not just about what I see, but about what it makes me feel. You're bringing back feelings I've tried to forget, and I need to find a way to move forward. Every time I see one of your photos, I feel as though I'm standing on the edge of something dangerous. It pulls me in, and for a moment, I want to dive in, but I know it's a risk I shouldn't take. You know what those photos do to me? They ignite a spark, a connection, but one that also comes with pain. It's hard to explain, but every time you send one, it feels like I'm being torn in two. Please stop sending me those photos. Each one makes it harder to distinguish what's real from what's a memory. I need clarity, not more confusion. You send me those photos, and for a moment, everything feels possible again. But the truth is, I need to stop living in the past, and every picture you send keeps me trapped there. Stop sending me those photos. They're like small temptations that lead me to a place I know I shouldn't go. It's a path that only leaves me questioning everything. The photos you send are like a constant reminder of what could have been, what we shared. But as much as they stir my heart, they also remind me why I need to let go. You know how powerful your pictures are, and it's not just the visual, It's the feelings that rise up inside me, the memories they bring, and the temptation to go back to a place I'm trying to leave behind. Every photo you send brings back the intensity of our connection, but it also reminds me of the emotional roller coaster that came with it. It's hard to keep walking that line without losing myself. Stop sending me those photos. It's not that I don't appreciate them. It's just that every image pulls me back into a place I've been trying so hard to move away from. The photos you send feel like a drug, so enticing, yet so destructive. I want to resist, but you know how hard it is to let go when you keep offering me a taste of what we once had. Each photo feels like a door reopening, a chance to relive what we had. But every time I step closer to that door, I remember why it was closed in the first place. Stop sending me those photos. They're a constant reminder of something that no longer exists, but my heart keeps reaching for it, no matter how much I try to move on. You send me those photos, knowing the effect they have. It's not just the pictures, it's the emotions they stir, pulling me back into a whirlwind I thought I'd escaped. I don't want to feel this way anymore. Yet every photo you send pulls me deeper into confusion. You know how much power those images have, but I need to break free from their hold. Those photos don't just show a moment in time, they show a story, a past, and a feeling I'm not ready to confront. Stop sending them. I need to let go, not hold on. You know the effect those photos have on me, and I can't keep pretending they don't matter. They stir up emotions that I've tried so hard to suppress, and I don't know how much longer I can fight it. When you send me those photos, it feels like you're sending a piece of our past, one that's so hard to forget. But I'm trying to move forward, and every picture makes it harder to do so. Stop sending me those photos. Everyone reminds me of what we could have been and what we lost. I need to stop living in the past and start healing. You know exactly what happens when you send those photos. They create a storm inside me, one I'm not sure I can weather every time you send another. Each photo you send brings back emotions I'm not ready to face. I need to stop living in the shadows of what we once had and start creating something new. You send me those photos, and it feels like you're pulling me back into a world I've been trying to escape. I can't keep dancing around this pain. It's time to stop. Every time you send me those photos, I'm reminded of the intensity of our connection. But that intensity is now clouded with confusion, and I can't keep navigating that storm. Stop sending me those photos. Each one is a reminder of something I'm trying to move past, and I can't keep being pulled back into that cycle. You know the pull those photos have on me, They stir up feelings I thought I had buried, and every time you send one, it feels like a step backward. It's hard to explain, but every photo you send feels like a promise of something more. But that promise is fleeting, and I can't keep holding on to it. Stop sending me those photos. They don't just show the past, they shape my future by making it harder to leave behind what was. Every picture you send draws me back into a world I can't live in anymore. I need to move on, but those images keep holding me back. You know what those photos do to me? They make me question everything, every decision, every feeling, but I can't keep questioning myself. It's not just the photos, it's what they represent. Every picture you send makes it harder to leave behind the things I need to move on from. Stop sending me those photos. Each one is a reminder of a past I'm trying to forget. They're holding me back from creating something new. You know how powerful your photos are. Everyone sends me into a whirlwind of emotions that I can't control, and I need to let go of this hold they have on me.